You're like a squirt gun. You're not loaded and you're not dangerous.
Speed round.
Okay.
Svash Kim, first thing comes to your mind. What is your nickname that your parents call you?
Cammy. Texting or phone calls?
Texting.
Favorite city in the U.S. besides the one you live in?
Las Vegas.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
How often is it healthy to cry?
Cry as much as you need to. That's what I say. Using an Elmo voice, tell me how you like your coffee.
Elmo likes cream and sugar. Can you do Elmo?
Elmo!
No.
Name a word that starts with Q.
Quail. Make a high-pitched sound.
That was weird. do you snore?
Yes.
Who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
I've never seen Harry Potter.
You just failed the internet.
I'm sorry.
You failed it.
I'm gonna hide under your desk. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have my special friend. You guys have seen Adam in my social media posts. This man right here has been influential in getting me into a gym where I am completely unafraid. Not completely unafraid, but I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident, and you are helping me myth bust a lot of different ideologies that I had about working out.
We're getting her in shape, people.
And it's happening. Adam has definitely been a really awesome friend of mine to help me stay accountable and understands my fears and my reservations about playing with what I consider big boy toys in the gym. So the squat rack, the tire, the sled, and all these things that scared me before so much. And now I don't want to use anything else in the gym. I just kind of want you to reiterate to me and to my followers what you always tell me about all those machines that look comfy.
The reason what I told you was the reason they're there is to sort of look welcoming, right? They're supposed to be inviting for people who are either new or like unsure of what they're doing. Hey, you know what? You can sit in this chair and you can do this. All right, I know how to do that. Using a machine that does half the work, right? The Smith machine when you're trying to do squats. That the Smith machine is doing the work, not your body. So, you know, using squat racks, using your body is very important. So that's why we get you off the machines and get you onto the squat rack, get you onto, you know, a sled that you push or something like that. That's why we use those things. If all you ever did was go into the gym and you worked on the Stairmaster and that got you out of the house and got you off the couch and it made you start working, great. But in my mind, I just want you, because your time is valuable, especially you're very, very busy. So I want something that's going to help you be able to see a lot of results in a little bit of time, right? Recruit a lot of muscles at once, burn a lot of calories at once, so that you see progress faster and you don't have to be at the gym as much, right? I mean, it's great. Hey, if you have friends at the gym, you want to hang out at the gym, great. But I have things to do, right? So I want to get in there. I want to do as little as I can, burn the most get the most work done, and then I want to go.
The workouts that I've done with you, even if I'm only in the gym 3 times a week, my body is changing in a way that I've never seen it change before. And I'm amazed at it. I never understood how people say, oh, I usually work out 3 times a week. Well, how can you work out 3 times a week and ever lose weight or ever be progressive? And I'm amazed at the type of workouts that we're able to do using the squat rack, the sled, the tire, and basic fundamental exercises that they had in Renaissance times. And it's just so awesome just to feel that way and not have to feel like I have to be there every single day doing all these gimmicky workouts. And at the end of the day, I'm exhausted and I'm not seeing a lot of change. I'm at the gym right now 3 times a week on average with him, and
Is it?
I feel pretty good.
That's all it takes. I mean, realistically, like, exercise has very little to do with weight loss, okay? That is going to come from mostly your diet, what you eat. Now, exercise is still an important part of having a healthy lifestyle, and it's going to help you keep off the weight, right, by increasing your metabolism, increasing your muscle mass. You're going to look better, right? So you're going to be just a little bit more, like, have more muscle definition. There's a lot of things that exercise is important for. So that is why we exercise. If all you ever did was eat better, you would still see some change. So exercising 3 times a week is more than enough to help facilitate transformation. You just have to, also do your part outside of the gym. I've got some questions for you.
Oh man, okay, I was waiting. I'm ready.
Before your VSG surgery, what was your relationship with food and exercise?
My relationship with food was a very addictive relationship. So if I was going through something rough at work, I was a nurse's aide for 3.5 years. It's a very difficult job. and a lot is put upon you. And so what I would find happening is I would look forward to my lunch so often because I would overeat to feel satisfied. And I would eat things that tasted really good because in my mind I was going through so much other stress. That was kind of my one time, was my lunch break or my dinner break, to kind of just feel some goodness.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a distraction.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would find myself doing things in excess. So instead of, drinking 1 Coke, I would have 2 Cokes. Or instead of having, 2 tacos, I would have 4 tacos. And I would just constantly be looking forward to my next meal. And so it was a really, really rough time in my life. I'd also just gone through a really, really tough breakup. It was one of those things where, I'll be totally honest with my girls, I ate all of my feelings. Not just a few of them. I was eating all of them.
I think people can relate.
It was one of those things where, I'll tell you this, I would go out with my girlfriends and we'd all go to, to dinner, girls' night out, and, we would kind of hang out maybe in a bar area or a karaoke place, and, my girls would seem to, get hit on or picked up on, and I would just kind of be sitting at the table holding everyone's drinks because I knew no one was going to hit on me. I knew no one was going to give me that attention. One, I wasn't making myself available, and we'll talk about that in another video, but I wasn't making myself open for social interaction. And so in my head, I would always look forward to Del Taco on the way home. I knew, well, if there's no men to ask me out to give me attention, I knew, oh man, you see it? It's coming. I knew that there was that food on the way home that would make me feel good. And so I would drop all my girlfriends off. I would always be the DD, because I would want them to have fun. I love my girlfriends, and I'm very social. And I never wanted to be like the big girl that ruined everyone's time, so I made it a point to be the driver and to make sure everyone got home safe. And then I would just go and I would just gorge myself with Del Taco or whatever was open late night, and I would just lay in my bed and I'd eat my food and I'd watch my little show, and that was kind of my time. And that was a very, very bad relationship with food. It was very unhealthy frame of mind that I was in. So that was the answer to that question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not pretty, guys. My relationship with exercise was actually a little bit different. When I would work out, I would feel like I would have to do the absolute most to try and lift the heaviest amount of weight, because when you're the big girl and you're in the gym rather, you don't want to be looked at like, oh, like she's big and she's probably weak, and and that was one of those things where I would actually hurt myself sometimes, or I would overexert myself and try and show everybody in the gym that I was strong and I was worthy and I was not just some big ogress slob that I felt like everybody was thinking that I was, because it's how I felt about myself. And so I would try and lift the heaviest weight, and I would stay there for a couple hours, and because I didn't want the same person that was there when I got there to see me leave and them not be gone. Like, I was so concerned about being judged so harshly that I would like hide in, even though I was exhausted and I was too tired and I couldn't work out anymore, I wouldn't want someone to see me leaving that was still there working out. So I would hide in the women's locker room until I came out and that person was gone, and then I would go home. It was pretty tough.
What made you choose to have the surgery, and what was that process like getting ready for that?
I didn't know that bariatric surgery was going to be the answer for me. What I knew was something had to be done because my body was starting to give out. And I had to care for my patients. And my biggest thing was I knew I needed to be healthy for the patients that I was caring for. I needed to be able to lift. I needed to be able to be mentally sound to work with some of the psychiatric patients that I was working with, and to be completely 100% present when it came to my patient care. And I was so concerned about my body or my back giving out when I was lifting a patient, and that caused a lot of fear and anxiety.
So even when you had all these concerns about your own health, you were just always concerned about everybody else?
Well, at the time, and this job to me was such a blessing because it allowed me to be needed, Adam. It allowed me someone to want me and want my presence, even though I looked at myself in such a negative way. These patients needed me, and they looked forward to seeing me every single day. They would smile at me and just ask me to brush their hair, and I was so excited to just feel like I was valuable. Yeah. I felt like I was going to lose that if I didn't take care of my body, and I didn't want anything to keep me from being with my patients because they gave me purpose. I was valuable to someone, and I feel like a lot of my clients and followers, women with their families, they got to be there for their kids. They got to make sure that they don't have time to go to the health food store. They don't have time to make all these special meals for themselves. They've got babies to feed.
Yeah.
They may not have the money in their account. They've got a fixed income. They've got to feed a whole family on, $200 a month, some of them. And they don't have time to go to Sprouts and Trader Joe's. They can't do this. And my heart just breaks when I hear some of these stories because I totally understand that at the end of the day, sometimes our family, or for me, my patients, they come first. And it's really hard to sit yourself down and go, you need to still be here for these people. If not for you, for them, because they want to keep you longer. There's
something that I tell a lot of my clients when you're on an airplane and they, they kind of talk about the safety briefing and they talk about, when the oxygen mask falls, you need to put yours on before you can put anybody else's on. If you don't take care of yourself, if you put your back out and you're out of commission, or you blow out your knee because you trip and fall, right, or you struggle with diabetes and you go blind from that or something, like, guess what? You're not going to be able to take care of those people the way that you want to. I'm really glad that you were able to finally come to grips with it's okay to take care of you for once. Since the surgery, it's been how long? 2 years since your surgery?
Yeah,
2
years this summer.
What are some of the biggest changes, or what are some of the biggest challenges, I guess, that you faced since having that?
I think it's creating an identity for myself and who I am now versus who I was then. I struggle with a mild version of body dysmorphia where I look in the mirror and I still see a very large person, and I still struggle with a lot of those same demons as far as not loving myself or respecting myself and the work that I've put in. It's very much that mentality of putting yourself back here. So, and that includes my mental health. So that's something that I struggle with, is identifying myself as this Cambria, healthier, happier, and in a better frame of mind.
It's just learning to be okay and finding that balance of wanting to make a change versus some body positivity. And that's
gonna make a change. Sorry.
Any excuse to sing. Yeah. But it's super important to be able to find that balance and understand that it's okay to love yourself every once in a while. What is the most exciting thing now that you have gone through that process? What is great now?
I want to talk about something called a non-scale victory. So I can actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, I can cross my legs now and not literally be holding my pant leg. I can actually cross my legs and my leg stays right there. My seatbelt clicks.
Yeah.
I'm able to go to a movie theater and not have to second guess where I'm going to sit. I can fly on an airplane and not worry that, oh God, I get so emotional. Get together, girl.
Okay, I think here's, since you mentioned these things, I've worked with a lot of clients who are extremely overweight. One in particular, one of his big reasons for wanting to change was he loved riding roller coasters. And he loved, he couldn't go to Six Flags and put the harness down, right?
Yeah.
And so,
God, that just hits home, man.
Yeah, so his reason for wanting to change wasn't, hey, I want to weigh 200 pounds. That is not really a reason to change. That is a result. It's not a motivating factor. So when you can find something that really drives you, I call it the real why. If all you ever want to do is lose weight, you're going to be really disappointed when you don't, right? And there's going to be days, it doesn't matter how well you're eating, it doesn't matter how much you're exercising, where the scale just doesn't budge, right? Or it goes up. It happens. Progress is never going to be completely linear.
Since I've been working out with Adam and he's become my gym buddy, the scale hasn't shifted that much, but my body has. The way I feel, the way my clothes fit, the way I sleep. I started thinking about the quality of my everyday life.
You take it for granted.
And it's amazing that, I have better range of motion when I'm moving around, when I'm doing my laundry, when I'm lifting my heavy laundry basket, or I'm moving boxes, because I work from home. I feel stronger. Daily tasks are easier, so I really just want to just encourage my followers and your followers, our subscribers, that sometimes it's not necessarily just about the mirror or about the pant size or whatever. It's about what kind of quality of life you're going to have.
To those people who are considering getting VSG surgery or any kind of weight loss surgery, what is your message to them?
Don't be hesitant to educate yourself. And oftentimes, one of the things that I learned about the process was as soon as I would take that step to reach out and call my doctor's office, they were happy to give me information that I needed. They were happy to schedule an appointment. And once I took that first step to getting that info, I started feeling really comfortable and confident about continuously educating myself about bariatric surgery and all the weight loss options actually that my doctor's office offered. So there were appetite suppressant shakes, there were support groups, there were several other options regarding bariatric patients. And so at that point, I just remember feeling that relief of, man, I didn't have to be so afraid to reach out and try and gain some info for myself. Sometimes people don't want to make an appointment, just to go get a regular checkup, much less go and talk about this big major surgery. And so I really just want to encourage you guys, if you're not sure if it's something you're even thinking about, you guys educate yourself to death. And make it a thing, if it's really something that you're considering, watch the YouTubers, you guys. Watch our channel and watch several other YouTubers out there and get multiple opinions, hear success stories, hear stories that may not be so great about surgeries, to where you feel like you are making an informed opinion solely for you. It's not something that you need to fear. That's, at the end of the day, you get to decide what you get to do, and you are living in your body, no one else.
And here's my message. Can I send out a message here?
Please.
It doesn't stop here, right? Once you get your surgery, there's so much to learn. You have to really adopt some new habits. You have to learn how to treat your body so that you have this like second chance. It's like a little egg, right? And you need to kind of nurture it.
That's right.
And you need to nurture it until it hatches.
This is why you're the best.
This is the vegan in me talking.
I love that.
You need to nurture it until it hatches, and then help it grow, right? So you have this brand new body.
Yeah.
Learn new habits. Learn how to feed it correctly. Learn how to, exercise and feel confident about it. Ask somebody else for help, right? Like me. Ask a trainer. Ask somebody who is qualified to help you. And just make the most of your second chance at life.
Please go follow Adam's channel at TrainLikeAdam. Is going to be linked here or right at the bottom. He's such an awesome influence on your girl. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching our video. We'll see you next time.